Today I'm going to talk about Skull and Crossbows by Nigel Findley. Supposedly the second module for Spelljammer, but I'm not quite sure it's a module. So it starts off with some information about a little mini adventure called Letters of Marque, where you get told that you have permission to hunt pirates, basically. And there's a bounty for certain pirates. You know what kind of ship they have and who the pirate is. And it's not a real, it's like a series of encounters. Separate adventures. And so I didn't quite see it as a very good one, but there's some interesting pictures like this bar. So here's some lizard men talking, and there's a bunch of mind players with a hookah, a Dracon, and some human arguing. Kind of interesting picture. There's a picture of a GIF. That's a hippopotamus man with a human, his employer. Yeah, here's another one. Pirate worm. The PCs have heard tales that a number of ships have gone missing in a certain area of space. They decide or are asked to investigate. The area in question is within an asteroid belt. Or Bloody Vikings. The PCs have heard that shipping in a certain region has been suffering the ravages of pirates. Rumors claim that the culprit is Eric somebody. One of the pirates is on the PC bounty list. And yeah, so the pirate ship is a Viking longship. And it's a fast Viking longship because the Vikings have a high-level mage helming the thing. And so after I ran this encounter, this mage became the helmsman for the ship, so none of the players had to give up spellcasting. Fire and ice. The PCs have learned that shipping in a certain region has been suffering from the ravages of pirates. Rumors indicate the vessel doing the damage is called the Frostfire, one of the ships on the PC's list. Okay, so the Frostfire is a squid ship crewed by giants who throw rocks at you. And when you meet them, they're attacking an elven man-o'-war. So here's a nice picture of it. Violent death. The PCs hear rumors of a large pirate vessels attacking a certain area. There are secondhand rumors that no actual victim of one of these attacks is available for comment. This could mean the whole thing's a lie, or that no one who's met up with this ship has lived. And so, you come across the ship. Yeah, so it's a tradesman. And the ship is owned by a lich. So he has a crew of undead to crew it. Forgotten but not gone. PC's heard there's a pirate activity in a particular region of wild space. Rumors indicate that one of their bounty pirates is responsible. So it's another ship with a lich. Sojourn Among the Stars. This one takes place in the Phlogiston, also known as the Flow. PCs have heard tales of small abandoned ships drifting in the Phlogiston. They decide or are asked to investigate. And you find a wizard ship that is inhabited by a wizard. Actually, he's a lich. And he has a unique spell called Summon Cosmic Storm. The Brain Trade. PCs have heard rumors that pirates seem to be very active in a certain area of space. If they dig a little deeper, however, they'll hear something a little strange about the rumors. Sometimes items of value have been left behind, and never has a body been found on board one of the plundered vessels. The rumor sent to the corporate might be one of their bounty pirates. So, as it turns out, this ship is a Neogi Mind Spider ship that has hired Skull Toucher, a mind flayer, to work for them. And amongst the captives is Ellen Silvermoon, an elf. And here's the Mind Spider ship. I made a copy of the card here. With it. The Void Elves. PCs share vague rumors that an elven armada of rather strange design has been sighted in a certain region of space. They are hired by a representative of the Elven Imperial Navy to check it out. Since the system is an area of somewhat touchy about incursions by Elven Task Force, an unofficial survey is more politically expedient. This region could come as a result of the PC's involvement with the Imperial Navy in the adventure Fire and Ice. On their way to the region in question, the PC's ship suddenly drops to tactical speed. And what they meet is a fleet of small ships piloted by drow. And if they follow them, if the drow get away and they follow them, they lead them to the next adventure, which is the Monarch Armada. The PCs hear rumors that a drow-manned vessel has been preying on shipping in certain regions of space. So this is a Monarch-class armada, a 100-ton ship, and inside the cover is a map of it. Let's take a look at that. So here's the side view and the top view. And the whole map here. Yeah, so it's a big ship, and it's delineated out with all the different beings that are on it. And my players had a pretty easy time with this and ended up taking the ship and using it as their main ship, and took the smaller ships as their fleet. Time capsule. PCs are traveling through the flow between two crystal shells. For some reason, they're traveling at tactical speed. When they meet a Thrycreen, that's a Manus person, who has been here for 4,000 years, but the physician preserved him, so he wakes up once he gets on the ship and tells that he is part of a space-going band called the People of the Celestial Manus. They're a religious group. So they rescue him. The Outpost. This I thought was really interesting. It's the PCs put into an outpost and they find out about a mind flayer who wants to hire them to go to a place of the elders, the very first spelljamming people who have a base somewhere distant. See, there's a dragonfly ship. Copied the card. Here's a celestial dragon attacking a squid ship for no particular reason. It has nothing to do with anything in this module. So, Thought Taker, the mind flayer, hires them to go to this outpost, which we have a map. Here's a map of the outpost. It has a pretty interesting floor plan. Yeah, so it's this outpost of the elders. It's got some interesting artifacts, but not as interesting as it should have been. And there should have been pictures that are hard to figure out. Sort of like the descriptions of pictures that came in Wild Space. There should have been actual pictures. This could have been a really cool dungeon, but the lack of detail hurt it. Okay, Jihad. So remember that Thri-Kreen that you rescued from the flow? Well, he's come back with a bunch of Thri-Kreen who are on a holy crusade. And they've got these interesting ships, the Thorn ships and the Leaf ships. Let's see, where's the Leaf ship description? Here it is. Yeah, the Leaf ship is a 70-ton ship, so that's a big ship. And the Thorn ships are a little bit bigger than a fighter. They're 3-ton ships. So, you know, Thri-Kreen on a crusade, they're attacking. What do we do? Billy Bones. Basically, it's a ship inhabited by the undead. Okay, here's a picture, one picture from the outpost that is on the wrong page here. Okay. There's another one. The person who hired you is to do all this thing. Doesn't make you know you were hired to hunt pirates, and then he doesn't actually pay you. And you have to go to Bear Sinister and fight your boss's boss. There's a few new monsters: the Death Shade and the Space Drake. The outpost had a baby Space Drake, which tried to attach itself to the players as its parental figure, and the players just killed it. They didn't want to have a baby Space Drake. So that's Skull and Crossbows, which supposedly it's a module, but it's more like a set of disjointed enchanters.